Okay, looks like we're live. Per the thumbnail, I just took out the old M.2, the team group 2 terabit, and I put in the 2 terabit Acer Predator brand, which is the same one that I use in my very expensive laptop over here. I have a Predator Helios with a 4090 in it, and like 64 gigs of RAM and 4 terabits of storage, and I use Predator storage in there, so I figured if it works for my freaking high-end computer, you would think that it would work. Um, you would think that it would work for this. So, all right, let's get started. So, I haven't booted it up yet or anything. I just installed that M.2 storage, so hopefully we can get this formatted really easily. USB always doesn't work the first time, doesn't work when you flip it over, and then works when you flip it over again, doesn't it? Fucking my luck, I swear. Okay, let me just put the link on Discord here. Cool. All right, here goes nothing. It's always disconcerting how long it takes for the system to boot. I don't know, I always feel like something's going wrong. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Let me kill the lights, and maybe that'll be a better experience for everybody. Connect a controller. Oh shit again. It's your own controller. It's wired. Oh my god. This system is such a buggy mess, man. I swear. Let's replug in the console, controller, whatever. Fuck me. Took enough. All right. So, what the fuck? We have a new storage device, and yet, is this just because it's in my library still? It's obviously not on this hard drive. Now I'm confused. Let's see. Um, Storage, formatted drive. Okay, yep. Format, yes. Try to sync you guys out a little bit. Sorry, guys. Formatted device. Yes. Format. Yes. Yes. Why won't pressing and holding right on this? Okay, there it goes. Still long enough. Just in case anyone's wondering, I have it in vertical orientation tonight because Jake might be joining. If he doesn't, no pressure. You know what? Actually, I'm going to turn the light back on. I know that might be better for the screen view, but I need to be able to actually see what I'm doing. A little too dark. A little too dark. All right. I'm going to go roughly in the same order as I did last time. Try to replicate this as best as possible. Might mess up the order a little bit. I think roughly speaking, we did Virtua Fighter, Daytona USA, Motor Racer, Pong, and then Need for Speed. I think that's roughly the same order as last time, so I don't know. I am curious what happens when you actually click on these games that are clearly not on my drive anymore. Touche. All right. Wi-Fi's been working ever since too, by the way. So I guess that was just a fluke. Not sure at this point. Let's see. Manage. Install failed due to start due to an error. Do I have to read my collection? I guess so. That sucks. Thankfully, I only did a few games, so won't have to do that too many games here. I'm curious to see how 64 is going to do. That'll definitely be on my short list. I have some thermal paste coming in because apparently I used the last of my thermal paste, the last PC I built. So if this goes well tonight, I might consider doing the CPU. Just depends. I haven't gotten any more communication from Playmoji today either. So in a way, I think they're kind of done with me. I don't know if they want to deal with me anymore. I think I've become too problematic. Which, look, from my perspective, whether it's software or hardware or their fault or my fault or whatever, like at least, you know, at least try to help out. I'm not saying that they haven't at least looked like they're trying to help out, but the questions seem to be like they're not really paying attention at all. Like all of their questions could have been answered just by watching the video I sent them. But who knows? I don't know who's in charge of their customer service. Obviously, I would assume that that has nothing to do with Eric. So it's probably someone barely getting paid who likely cares even less than Eric does. So who knows? Hopefully this will work. I'm not going to play any games while the games install. So hopefully that gets rid of any potential issue there. A bunch of guys in the Discord were saying that that was a bad idea. Basically, what it sounds like is you don't want to push this system very much, like at all. You don't want to. I guess it's very temperamental. So we have to be nice to the Polymega. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Honestly, at this point, this is looking really tempting. Just saying. If at the very least I can safely say, just for my own sanity, that the thermal paste was done properly, I would like to think that they did a good job of reassembling the system. Don't get me wrong. It's just odd to me that it's two consoles in a row now with the same problem. So hopefully we're past that. That's all I have to say. But um, picked up some stuff recently. I got some more PlayStation games. I also got a Rumble pack for the 64, so I can use that on the Polymega uh, controller. Lots of waiting, fun times. Looks like this is almost done, so that's good. But yeah, it's been a process, man. Like, I won't lie. This has not been the plug and play solution I was hoping it would be. But I'm hoping we're out of the woods maybe now, hopefully. Let's test this guy out here. Starting a game. All right. check the settings here. Curious if it restarted the. Yeah, it sure did. That's so weird. It resetted the blur, but it kept the full range RGB. How odd. Yeah, that feels better. Wish that setting was off by default. Be nice. Oh, that works. So let's back out. Do the next game here. Let's eject this. Oh wait, this said not to hit the eject button, so how do I eject? Someone on the Discord said that I shouldn't be pressing the eject button, but I really honestly don't know how to actually do it through software. No, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna hit the eject button. I'll be careful. Ooh, sorry, guys. All right, so that's virtual fire out of the way. Do Daytona next, I guess. Hopefully, we don't get problems today. Would be nice. Although, if we don't have any problems, that kind of points to the problem being the SSD, which would be really weird. The only thing I can think of in regards to the SSD would be if it overheated, maybe. But I highly doubt that. I mean, you're talking about like Gen 3 speeds that it's pulling. Not nearly enough to get you in trouble. But another good thing about the Predator SSD is that they give you a foam adhesive heatsink, which does fit inside the systems compartment. All right, here we go. But like I said before, the thing that doesn't make any sense if it was the SSD is why would I be getting the same stutters and musical like audio pops in the main menu and the operating system, which is obviously not pulling from the M.2. It doesn't make any sense. But like I said, this is a better quality SSD anyway, so I don't mind doing this. If anything, just to show Playmaji, I'm trying to do their suggestions. But it's hard to have faith when I have to tell them which SSD I already had like 3 different times in the same email chain. It's like, are you paying attention or what's going on here? I can't tell you how many times in the email chain I kept on saying, please see above, but for your future reference, here's the answer again. Not the most organized of companies, that's for sure. So F-Zero X and Wave Ray 64, the Rumble Pack version, I have coming from Japan. It looks like F-Zero X has hit the warehouse, and Wave Ray 64 is still in transit from the owner in Japan. So as soon as those are ordered up, I'm going to have those come in probably via UPS or FedEx. So it'll be nice and quick, under a week. We'll get those going. And sorry if this is a slightly boring stream. It's just that I really just want to make sure this is working properly. In other news, because apparently everything in my life is not working properly, my Mamba controller, which I otherwise love to death, the left bumper is dead, as you can hear. So that's a normal click. All the bumpers and face buttons and stuff are like mouse button clicks. I really love it, but then like this is just dead. There's no give, no nothing. So it looks like they might be sending me a new trigger based off the install video that they showed. This bumper is like a curved long part like that, and it has a micro switch built into it. So they give you a new actual bumper, and that's the actual button. How that communicates to the motherboard, I have no clue. All right, here we go. Daytona. I did order a Sega Saturn pad the wired one from Retrobit, so that'll be good. Looking forward to that. Right now, I'm just using the included controller. And the four-button layout doesn't really translate very well to a Sega game. I do have the Genesis controller from the Genesis module, but without the triggers, I don't think that's a perfect solution. What did I do? What did I do? I don't know why I hit the brake. uh, Oh no. It wasn't first.
Victory Lane. You made it. Now, Miss Jordan, the other champion.
Guess I'll try the last track while I'm here. That's all.
Select a race course.
I don't think I'll be able to finish it, but hey, we got first place in first two tracks. I don't know. But yeah, so far so good. It's actually working for now. But the last time didn't start mucking up until we installed Need for Speed. So see what happens. I hit me. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, that's a great start. Jeez, thanks, guy. It's okay. Hard to be unhappy when you're playing Daytona. Someone is not being kind to me today. I don't think I was going to do much in 21st place anyway. That's that then.
You placed 21st.
The way he said that. He placed 21st. Oh, well, got first place 2 out of 3. All right, so that's working. Hit the wrong button. That's one thing that's a little confusing. You'll be playing like a Saturn game where the accept button is B, and then you'll switch back to the Polymega menu, and then all of a sudden the accept button's A. All right. Who's next on the list? Probably do Moto Racer on PS1. I think that's the order that we did last time. Basically, this is my philosophy. If we can get back to where we were with Need for Speed and we don't have problems, then we're good. If we get back to Need for Speed, we have problems, then Playmaji has some splaining to do. All right, this is Motor Racer. But it's weird. It keeps it in the collection, but you can't just re-up the installation. You actually have to remove it from your collection and put it back on. So that's why some of the games that I haven't installed yet are on there, is because it thinks that it's in my collection, even though it's not. All right, let's install this guy here. So yeah, so far so good. I hate being too optimistic, but I'd like to not have any more problems. But at the very least, like I said, I know it's not just me, because that last system's input lag was god awful. Like nearly half a second of input lag. It was like trying to play in the future while in the past. It was terrible. I'm reading the Discord right now. Don't turn your Polymega into a predator. because I have Predator brand M.2. That's funny. But yeah, so the Predator brand M.2 SSD came with a foam adhesive backed heatsink, which does fit in the Polymega M.2 storage tray, whereas the Team Group one they recommend obviously does not. There's nothing cooling this. This is just a sticker on top, and there's nothing on the backside. Whereas the other one has a sticker on the top, and then there's actually like chips here, and that foam adhesive back insulation goes there to keep it cool. And then that's installed like so, with the heatsink upwards. Well, technically downwards, but you get my point. When you're looking at it, it's facing you. So that's another thing to consider too. Maybe the part was overheating. I still don't understand how that would affect the performance on the main menu, but who knows? At this point, I'm honestly grasping at straws. I was relying on them to fix my problems, and they sent me back another system doing the same thing, minus the input lag. So I'm not entirely sure they even know what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Like I said, worst case scenario is that I put in that i5 processor and give this thing a little bit more juice, and maybe it won't struggle so much. In case anyone's wondering, it's an i5 9500T, I believe is that. Yeah, 9500T. So it's a ninth generation i5. So we'll see. Playmaji did warn me that if I put it in the CPU, it would void my warranty, but it doesn't really seem like they care to help me. Number one. Number two, I'm not entirely convinced that they would have any ability to be able to tell whether or not I put in the CPU and then put in the old one back if I did ship it back. So, and frankly, I don't really care at this point. I'll make that decision though once I get 64 games on here through my Ultra module. If it performs fine, then maybe I'll consider keeping it stock. But if I start encountering half the problems that I've seen online, then I'm just going to upgrade the processor. I can't imagine it's going to do anything bad. I haven't heard of anyone suffering because of a better processor on this thing, so long as it's 8th or ninth gen. Heck, I've actually seen people put in i3 processors, 8th gen i3 processors, and apparently it fixes up all the problems. So i5 is probably a little bit more than you need, and i7 is definitely overkill, regardless of which generation CPU you put in. Well, like I said, I got thermal paste coming tomorrow, so or Sunday, sorry. So if need be, just go ahead and install it. Tired of answering the same questions over and over with Playmaji. All right, let's get her on. This is the Japanese version, by the way, in case anyone cares. Seems to be the exact same version, but the cheat codes don't work. So the button prompts that you do on the title screen, kind of like when you do the all tracks code on F-Zero X, doesn't work on this. So you have to play the game legitimately in order to earn all the tracks, which is fine. It's not the hardest game in the world. Oops.
Well done. Internet. Well done. Internet.
I had some good times. Definitely wasn't able to do this with the first console because the input lag was so terrible.
Well done. Anthony.
I was gonna keep going. Before I was blitzing through discs and I was playing the games while they were being put onto the hard drive. I'm trying to take a different approach. I'm loading the games onto the hard drive without playing them at the same time, and then take more time playing the games between each disc. If I can get to Need for Speed and have no problems, then that's the goal. Oops. Whoa! Holy physics! What the hell happened there? Wow. Oh my god. I was doing well. Outside of the jump to the moon, we're done. Doesn't matter. Boost. Saved it though. To hit the brake before you hit a wall, you shouldn't fall. Oh, distracting, but cool. Okay, so far so good. Oh, come on. That is bullshit. Honestly, as someone who's really familiar with this game on PC and PlayStation 1, this feels perfect.
Well done. And your name.
Because on the first Polymega, like, I felt like a freaking noob on this game. I couldn't play it. The input latency was so bad. And frankly, if it wasn't for track memorization that I already know, I wouldn't have probably been able to finish a race. But this is much better. Just wanted to say that way. That's the wall.
Well done. Infinite. The light transmission.
Oh well, I got best lap times in the first 2 laps, so that's what it is. I gotta say, this GameSir pad is actually a pretty good PlayStation controller. That's something I thought I'd ever say. I quite like it. Feels good. All right, I'm not going to do the rest of this. Save the game. Now an hour and 20. Let me think about this. Actually, no, it was about 60, 70 minutes, maybe 80 minutes. I was in when I was having problems before. I've been very careful to not like play while it's downloading or anything like that. So next game is Pong, and then after that's Need for Speed. We've already been playing for the same amount of time as last time. That's about when we started running into errors. I'm not gonna put Wipeout XL in there because there's something wrong with the disc while it plays. If I skip the cinematic, it freezes if I watch the cinematic, which I don't want that on my hard drive. I need to return that game. So we'll put Pong in next. All right, getting there. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it's possibly brand new M.2 storage, the same one that they recommend? Honestly, at this point, I don't even care what the solution is. I just want it to be in my rearview mirror. So hopefully that's it. Hello, Jake. I guess you're one of number two. So far, so good. I've not been playing while a game is installing, and I've just been taking a little bit more time and playing the games out a little bit longer. Stream's really choppy. Hi. Yeah, it always is on mobile. I don't know why. My download and upload is super high. I even did a speed test before doing this, and this is just what it does, unfortunately. So I think my streams are okay when it's streaming from the PC, like when I was doing Battlefront 2, but for whatever reason on mobile, it it's choppy. Maybe my phone needs a restart or something. I don't know. So I apologize. This is just a test anyway, really. At the end of the day, I just want to verify my system's okay. Yeah, honestly, man, I don't know anymore. I noticed that on the last stream I did. It's part of the reason why I didn't stream last night, because yeah, I didn't stream last night just because number one, I was tired, but number two, just because I didn't have the M.2 in, so I didn't see the point. it the poop tube or is it the Polymega? Well, it's not the Polymega. You would hear me bitching if it was the Polymega. It's the poop tube. Thankfully not running on a poop cube. That would be like the ultimate evil. Sorry it's so bad. But no issues so far, fingers crossed. I tried checking like the bit rate or whatever before, but I guess if you're streaming on mobile, you don't really have any of those options. So, mm. Oh, Ari Gold. I was watching and rolling the dice if you say something or not. Oh, that's nice. Nothing yet. Kicked his ass. I got more Atari Gold. All right. I really hate that you have to do that for every single game, by the way. Anyway. All right. This is it. Need for speed time. No point in delaying the inevitable. Need for Speed is when it all went to crap last time. So. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard or not. Oh, wait, what did you say? Either way, if you know that it plays just fine and for speed as a catalyst, you've got it narrowed down. No, Need for Speed is just when it started last time, and then after that, every single game had that problem. And to be fair, I never got to Need for Speed, and I didn't even own Need for Speed with the first console. In fact, the first console went to crap with Virtual Fighter. But it's more just my thought process that if it was heat related, I'm already streaming for longer than I did last time. Well, maybe not. I think it went to crap 100 minutes in, which looking at my stream, I'm 99 minutes in. So that's that's not concerning at all. Although to be fair, I spent a lot more time in a stream not playing games because I also showed the installation of the M.2 and the unboxing. So I know for a fact I've been playing more now than I did last time, and there's no issues. So hopefully that means we're good. That'd be nice. Because right now, man, I'm dealing with, I don't know if you saw before or not, but I'm dealing with Monba right now in their customer service because my left bumper is completely dead. It doesn't go in or register at all. It's dead. So if you compare it here to this, like the only noise that you hear is just because the plastic bumper is like moving. Otherwise, there's nothing. It could be up to temp within the first 5 minutes. It would be up to temp. Okay, well, yeah, you were mentioning a controller crapped out. Yeah, so I'm dealing with them. I'm Most nights I'm literally trading emails between Mamba and Playmachi. So one will email me, then the next one will email me, and then the next one will reply to me, and then the next one will reply to me. It's kind of cute. Um, no, I didn't mean the system. I should have clarified, by the way. I meant the M.2 storage, meaning the act of writing to it. I mean, I always could, because I have my enclosure, I could always put that team group M.2 inside the enclosure and then run tests on this through my laptop. But I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion it's not that, or else the first one wouldn't have shit out. But like I said, I was dealing with way more on the first system. Like that system was legitimately unplayable. That system played so poorly. I couldn't play any of the 2D games because of how much input lag there was, and then the PlayStation performed so badly that it actually made me turn off my Polymega and turn on my PS1 just to compare it side by side, like one after another, I should say, because it was bothering me so much. I'm like, I don't remember these games being this bad. They weren't, obviously. This one though, this one feels like a one-to-one improvement, a one-to-one match, I should say, to my PS1 as far as performance. So hopefully that means I'm good with the Polymega. Yeah, well, Team Group, look, man, I've used their storage before in the past, and while I personally never had a problem with them, they are considered to be the very, 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 very entry level of the name brands. Meaning, you're not getting some Chinese company that you never heard before. You're getting a name that you've heard, but it's like the worst. Like PNY is way higher than them, and they're considered a lower tier company as well. And then forget about it. Like comparing their quality, speeds, to like something like the Predator drive I have or Samsung drive, like it gets creamed. And I wasn't actually intending on getting another Predator drive. That actually just kind of happened by happenstance. Amazon was running a deal on it through their Amazon deals and ended up being the same price as a significantly slower, lower tier Samsung drive. Also, there's something else to consider too. Remember what I told you about my first Polymega? It ran like a boilerplate. Like that system ran so hot that I could feel the system's heat in the dead module up here. Um, so it's possible that that system maybe heated up so much that it damaged my team group drive. I don't know, because this one runs ice cold, like ice cold. Like there's no, it almost feels like it's not heating up at all. Whereas the other one was like concerningly hot. Like let's just put it this way, I thought that it might be a good idea to remove the dead blank module on my first Polymega so that it could breathe. It was so hot. Yeah, might have. I mean, I don't know. All I know is, like I said, all I know is that that first one was really jacked the shit. Like that first console, I don't feel bad in returning that one. Let's just put it that way. Then that one was a goner. And the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm convinced that it was even more than just the CPU. It might have been the motherboard itself. Because remember, I was in addition to the input lag, I was having problems with the USBs, even like recognizing half the time. I mean, by the touching of it made the picture drop. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, which frankly speaking, man, that really perturbs me as to their QA uh, or QC process with these returns, because obviously someone returned that for legitimate reasons, um, and they did jack fuck all to address it, and they clearly didn't play it long enough in order to, see that there was problems. Kind of makes you wonder, like, how much time they give each console to test, because their whole claim on this one about, oh well, we ran it for 24 hours. It's like, okay, and like, did you play it? Did you like run any tests on the hardware? What did you do? What does that even mean? Yeah, again, I don't know. But to be fair, I don't know because they don't fucking talk. And all these emails are cryptic as shit. All right, here we go. Cross your fingers. Shorts can develop in odd situations. I'm sure, but it doesn't mean that you send it out again like that. That system was borked from the right off the rip because I was having input delays and audio pops very early on, in addition to those video problems. Loading. All right, by lap 2 is when it happened on the other one. Yeah, well, to be fair to that point, I'll just say this: their packing material leaves a lot to be desired. Both systems shipped to me where there was no bubble wrap on the left and right side of the system, and it was just tape there, which means that the entire time during transit is just bopping around in a box with no protection on half the sides. I'll be honest with you, that actually really bothered me when I saw that, and it really bothered me when I saw it again. But I'll be honest with you, the second system, the one I have now, actually had less bubble wrap than the first go around, if that's even possible. It was like a single sheet just going around the front, top, and back. Oh yeah, square. Game is so fucking ridiculously hard. I have the fastest car in racing competition that's like almost half the horsepower as my car, despite the fact that I've not really fucked up. I can't keep up. All right, do I call this a success? Because I know for a fact that I didn't last more than 100 minutes on the first stream. At that point, though, it just like, then what the fuck is it? Like now, I'm even more confused. Keep forgetting to fucking turn this off. Alright. I'm gonna end the stream. I'll hit you up, Jake. But yeah, I think I think we got it. So I don't know if it was a storage device or what. I literally went through the games in the exact same order, and I played longer. The only thing I did differently was I didn't play the games while the games were loading, but to be fair, I didn't do that with the first system either. So who knows? But if changing out the storage and starting again fixed it, at least for now, then I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.